I'm being joined by Anuradha Mathrani, who is the Associate Professor of Information Technology at Massey University. Anuradha, what a privilege to have you on board and having a conversation with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we haven't actually met previously, so this is great to have a yarn with you and ask a whole lot of questions and get some understanding of the school. Anuradha, I do want to talk about sort of the IT sector as a whole. I understand you've got a few courses in the school. Let's talk about the courses. What are the students looking at? You don't need to list down the courses. I understand there's some bachelor degrees, specializations probably, some postgrad programs. Can you just quickly talk to us about those?
So we actually come under the information sciences discipline. And the beauty about information sciences discipline is that it has both breadth and depth. So we are the only university that offers 5 majors in this discipline. So on one side is computer science, followed by software engineering, followed by information technology, followed by information systems. And then the 5th one is data science. So data science is like an umbrella over all this because it looks at the computational, the technical side, the design side of software engineering, and data science is applied everywhere. So we offer 5 specializations at the Bachelor of Information Sciences level. So,
and is that the bachelor's and the postgrad levels?
Now, in the postgrad level, we don't really have one endorsement because our students don't want it that way. Our students want to pick up something from computer science, like computer graphics. They want to pick up networking from IT. So we give them a lot of flexibility that they can pick up and do whatever they want to do.
And rather, first question for you, how long is the Masters of Information Science program?
Masters of Information Science is a 2-step process, but overall is 1.5 years long. So in the first step, you have to do taught courses, so 1 year of taught courses, and some students prefer to opt out because they get jobs. After doing that, and then they get a postgraduate diploma in information sciences. And after that, if they do a full 60 accredited project, then they are awarded a Masters of Information Sciences.
Brilliant. I am going to quickly jump in and reiterate what Anuradha said, because that's quite an important point. If you are a PG student, you're doing a postgrad diploma in information science, you do decide to do the 1 year and carry on with your Masters. If you get the B grade, I believe,
yes,
you can then move on to completing the Masters in 1.5 years. Obviously, your visa needs to be changed, so don't just go ahead and study. If you are, however, a master's student and you actually enroll for the master's program and you decide that you want to quit after the 1 year, make sure you don't do that without speaking to us so that we can actually do a variation on your visa because you need to study the course that's on your visa. But that is a fantastic pathway that you can move into those courses. And rather for the master's programs, do the students need to have a specific kind of background? Are you looking for work experience? What are you looking for those students that are looking at studying the master's?
So in our masters, there are 2 pathways actually. So one, if a student has a graduation in a relevant degree, and they have a B- average in their 3rd year, in the final year courses, they can straight away enroll. Or we have students, who haven't really got a degree in computing, but they have a lot of work experience in that area because the whole world is now ICT driven.
That's right.
So if they show evidence of their work experience, minimum 2 years work experience, postgraduate is the way forward for them.
That's brilliant, guys. So there are some, we've talked about the Bachelors of Sciences, the specializations. A quick question before I move away from the subject areas. For those students that are looking at studying the bachelor's courses, now you've talked about quite a few specializations. When a student is that young and they are looking at getting into a degree program, they may not necessarily know from the outside what they want to specialize in. So how does the university support them in making those choices?
Our courses are very flexible. So students, and we understand, they're young graduates. They might think that they like software engineering area, but then they realize, no, they like more of the information technology area. So yes, after the first year, they can shift their majors, and even later, because we tailor their path and we tell them that, okay, this suits you better, you have scored well over here. So we are always there, and students tailor their courses accordingly. So there's a lot of flexibility.
Perfect. I think that now leads me quite nicely into the segment that I do want to spend some time about. What's happening with COVID, what's happening in New Zealand in the IT space. For those of you that don't know, we were just talking about it offline, is that we do have a corporate division in our business. And in our day-to-day work, we also deal with recruiters in the IT space. We deal with employers that run IT businesses. And because New Zealand borders have remained closed, it's not accessible for them to bring the software engineer from Brazil or from India to come and work for them. So obviously I know for a fact that at this stage in the IT recruitment space, there's more jobs than people available within New Zealand. We have been talking to a lot of recruiters to start looking at students, the master students, and I think I do want to spend some time in sort of your thoughts on this. You talked about the students not wanting to have a specific subject area in the masters. Yeah. Can you talk to me why? What is the rationale? What are the students asking for?
So, see, information sciences is an interleaved area. You can't just be stuck into one silo and say, I'm going to do this. So our students would like to, for example, in data science, look at data science aspect of it and then look at the graphics in computer science. So at the master's level, we allow them that flexibility that they can, mix and match their subjects rather than say that, no, you are stuck with these papers. Because the software developers who are going to the market now, they need to have a varied set of skills.
That's right.
Yes.
So I do want to ask you, how do you, obviously you're hands-on into teaching the students, how is Massey making sure that the technology that's being taught in the courses is actually what is out there needed in the industry?
That's a very good question, actually. And I want to talk about what we have. So we are one of the very few universities that offer this Hadoop file distributed system architecture, sort of big names. But it's a big data processing architecture where you can ingest lots of, we know it's big data times, so they can ingest lots of data in terabytes, petabytes, and we use that for a hands-on teaching, and we use that for students use it for their projects. Most importantly, all this is accessible to anywhere, anytime, any place. So students don't have to be in the campus, like we have a lot of distance.
So they can work from home, they can study from home.
And they access our institutional resources from anywhere.
Okay. What's the employability rate from your perspective?
Well, most of our students get jobs in their final year of study. And Massey, Auckland, is situated in North Auckland. And if you see, North Auckland has a lot of ICT industries. In fact, 20% of New Zealand's ICT industries are in North Auckland. And we are at that strategic place. So our students have a lot of awareness of what's going on. Our students get jobs easily. And if you look at the skills shortages, what are they? Like software engineer, software developer, software tester. We target all these skill sets, and our students are easily absorbed in the market. I mean, I'll say the starting salaries would be around 65 to 70K for a graduate here.
That's right, and that is the market rate. So guys, hopefully that if you are looking at sort of getting into IT or getting ahead from where you are, and you do need that hand-holding, you're not really sure how that fits into your immigration journey, if going in for another PG gives you that open work visa or doing the masters is the right thing for you. We do have open days coming up, and we do have free consultation sessions coming up, so you can book your own slot, and our licensed advisors can actually sit down with you and actually formulate a plan that works the best for you. Anuradha, thank you so much for having a conversation with us. For those people that are now interested in pursuing this further, they are interested in the courses and studying at Massey, what is your suggestion to them?
That ICT is the field which is evolving, which is coming up. We've realized, and especially this pandemic also, how are we talking to each other? Everything is technology. So not to give up, information sciences is the way forward. And New Zealand is a beautiful place,
There's nowhere in the world that we can do this. Sit across the room and have a conversation at this stage. So, yeah.
So, yes, I would say that our degree, we've got students all over the world. Our students are very high placed at very high positions, drawing very high salaries in Australia, India, New Zealand, Vietnam, just name it, So it's really good. Sometimes we go to some organization and we see our students over there at this top position over there. So
that's fantastic. Yeah. Thank you, Anuradha, for joining us. Guys, if you are interested, all you need to do is contact us and we can get you started with your admission process, career choices, and the whole visa process. Thank you for joining us.